Guys, whew, that was tough. Partially because I'm out of shape, but partially because it felt like I was breathing through a straw. So I have a totally different mindset these days, having a little baby, trying to get my workouts in and have a really effective workout, but I'm just showing grace for myself and taking it easier, knowing that more than likely kids are gonna be up, interrupting my workout. I'm gonna have to go feed a baby. And so if you're a mom and you just get discouraged by working out because you know your kids are gonna interrupt your mind, my best advice for you is just to know that your workouts aren't going to be totally killer every day. Your kids are probably going to wake up and interrupt you, and that's okay. Just get something in. Just do some sort of workout, and I promise you will feel so much better about yourself. Even though it wasn't this like incredible HIIT workout that you had really wanted to do, or getting to the gym, just go outside and go on a walk. Just get active. So I was just thinking during my workout, I had to pause and talk to y'all because I was thinking that so many people are where I'm at right now in life, where you either just had a baby or you're trying to lose some weight and you're feeling heavy. You may be feeling heavier than normal. I just want to encourage you guys that, I guess this is my first tip, even if it's really hard in the beginning, like, don't get discouraged. I couldn't even do a push-up a couple of weeks ago, and to me that was really discouraging because I was really fit and strong before I got pregnant, and all I could think about was, holy cow, I have to start completely over. And you guys, now, although they are girl push-ups, I can do like 30. And that was just a few weeks ago. It really encourages me, and it just shows me that progress is being made every single day, and that I need to be proud of that, even if I'm not like super strong or have my six-pack abs back or can do any pull-ups whatsoever. I'm really encouraged to keep going and get myself back there. So that's tip number 1.
For the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it.
Tip number 2 when trying to get yourself back in shape is going to be plan ahead. Although it's hard when you have children and jobs and all the things, write out your workouts. Write out your workouts today. And tip number 3, other than writing your workouts, find a way of accountability. Either an accountability partner, or for me, it was doing that Yes Fit race, because it's so easy for me whenever 6 a.m. rolls. So find some friends, find an app that sends you a medal after you finish a race. Find some way of somebody or something to hold you accountable to getting your beauty out and making it happen. That was really hard. I'm out of shape, y'all. What is it about having a third baby that I feel like just makes everything so much harder? I mean, I don't know if you can see it, but I'm like shaking. Okay, I just finished my workout, and it was so hard. Oh my gosh, I haven't been pushed like that in a while because I usually work out by myself, which I think I do an okay job. I just kind of felt like, you know how you feel like you're gonna throw up, but you don't really. That's how I felt, and and I had so many obstacles this morning.
Comes up fantasy, and you're more than you could ever be, 'cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. And you know you can't go back again to the world that you were living in, 'cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. So come alive. I see it in your eyes. You believe that lie, that you need to hide your face, afraid to step outside, so you lock the door. But don't you stay that way. No more living in no shadows. You and me, we don't have echoes. 'Cause once you see it, oh,
Okay, workout done. It was really hard. I did 2,500 meter row, broken up into 500 meters. We did wall balls. Okay, you guys, it's official. I signed with the gym, and I love it. So I'm excited about it, and I feel like I'm coming back finally after having Atlas. I felt good today, even though I was super tired because I was actually so I'm proud of myself for getting there, even though I really didn't want to, but I had been putting it off. So I feel like I'm coming back. I'm ready to see some muscle improvements and strength improvement.
anyone who's searching for a way to break free. And the world becomes a fantasy, and you're more than you could ever be, 'cause you're dreaming with your eyes wide open. And we know we can't go back again to the world that we were living in, 'cause we're dreaming with our eyes wide open.
Do most of my workouts by timer, and that really holds me accountable to my rest time. And otherwise I'll just sit here and like add to my stories and like play around with my music during my rest time. But if I have a timer going, that's like it's time to get going. Lastly, I guess I'm going to tell you guys, I just use as heavy weights as I can without injuring myself. So lift heavy, you're not going to get bulky. Anytime I have a flexi picture, I'm usually just have a little pump going on.
Another round of bullets hits my skin. Well, fire away, 'cause today I won't let the pain sink in. We are bursting through the barricades and reaching for the sun. We are warriors. That's what we become. I won't let them break me down, because I know that there's a place for us. Oh, we are warriors.
What's up, you guys? Just finished my sprint. No one. I'm excited. Cleaned up a little bit. It looks pretty bad. I'm pushing myself to do things that I wouldn't normally do. And so anyways, I'm just doing all the things that you do.
When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna send a flood, gonna drown a mind. This is brave, this is bruised, this is who I'm meant to be, this is me.
Hello, everybody. I just wanted to share my story with you guys. I had just basically hit rock bottom and I couldn't handle life anymore. I had just had Sawyer, my second baby, and life was so hard. Like, I was struggling so bad with postpartum depression and anxiety and stress, and I was about 80 pounds overweight. Let's back up a little bit. Before I even had any kids, I just struggled so bad with my image. I was very insecure. I struggled with eating disorders. I struggled with, oh my gosh, you name it. Like, if a teenage girl goes through it, I feel like I did. But it's really hard to go through that, and it's really hard to talk about it at any point in your life, even now that I've way overcome that by the grace of God. But I had put on 30 pounds before I got pregnant with my daughter. And then I was making up for years of just barely eating anything and doing way too much cardio. And I gained 50 pounds in that pregnancy. Might have been a little more than 50. And I literally ate like 6 eggs every morning with like chicken sausage. And I mean, ask my husband, we still talk about it to this day, like, what was I doing? I mean, he was an athlete, so he ate a ton anyways, and so I was just going along with it, and I was pregnant and fat and happy, you know? And I just couldn't see what that was going to look like after I had my baby. And so after I had London, I didn't ever lose the weight. I had stayed basically in my maternity clothes for the most part, and then I got pregnant with Sawyer. And I gained even more weight. So after Sawyer was born, honestly, that was the least of my worries. My weight was the very least of my worries. I kind of had just settled in with being okay with being, overweight, like a lot overweight. My knees would hurt. I would get headaches every day. I literally couldn't say no to sugar, chocolate, Bluebell ice cream. I think we had Bluebell ice cream every single night. And it's so weird to even say that now, because I have such good self-control, and I still eat Bluebell because I do love it, but I don't feel like I have to have it. Like, I can't even tell you the freedom that gives you. And it sounds so funny, but I guess coming from my background of struggling with my relationship with food, that it's really freeing. And so I'm sure if you've been through that as a girl, then you probably can relate. So after Sawyer was born, kind of just said, screw it, I'm gonna be fat, and that's just how it's gonna be. I'm gonna be like this the rest of my life. I struggled so hard with postpartum depression, but it really stemmed from my just severe fatigue. I was so tired from the moment my eyes opened. I wanted to go back to sleep. When is nap time? It was just I was like a prisoner in my own body, you know? One day I just was just crying, to my mom, and I was just I quit, I give up. I had always dreamed, if you know me, I'm from the South. I'm from Texas, and when I was growing up, I literally wanted to get married and have babies. That's what my dream was. I wanted to have my Prince Charming come and sweep me off my feet and have all the babies and be happily married and in love and, in our little house. And I was in such culture shock from that expectation that when Sawyer was born, and I was just felt so heavy, and I couldn't remember anything. I had such brain fog. I had headaches. I didn't feel good. I craved food, and then I would feel bad about it because I would eat it, and it would just be this vicious, awful cycle. And I was in such culture shock from that expectation that when Sawyer was born, and I was just so that fueled my depression. Having a new baby gave me such anxiety and stress. Like I constantly couldn't go to sleep because I would just be like worrying, like she's okay, she's not gonna stop breathing, you know. And it's just crazy to even think about that was the life that I was living at the time. And so, you know, my heart was just broken. My heart was, I had always wanted this, right? And so now I had it, and I just couldn't believe, like, this is what motherhood was like. And it's so not, you guys. I was just stuck and didn't know what to do. Motherhood is incredible. It's my favorite job that I have. And I'm so glad to be on this side of it now. And that's why I share my story so much, because not only do I have energy and I sleep well, but I have just like joy and peace in my life that's just unexplainable. And the only reason like that I'm so passionate about it is because it was, I don't know, it was just such a huge transformation for me. So whenever I was crying that night, I kind of got sidetracked. When I was crying that night to my mom, like, I give up, I can't do this, like, I cannot, like, I'm done breastfeeding, like, I literally couldn't go on any further. And I was like, I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna make a doctor's appointment. I'm going to get on antidepressants and anti-anxiety medication because I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. And that like broke my heart too, because I felt like I was just giving up on my baby. I'm one of those breastfeeding, home birthing moms, and so like that was really important to me, but I was so weak and so fragile and just hurting every day that I couldn't even deal with it. And so that was like a breaking point for me. And my mom was like, Candace, since you're going to quit anyways, would you please try Plexus, please? And I was like, well, I guess I have nothing to lose, but I kind of had like a bratty attitude about it. And I was like, it's not going to work, but you know what? Like, I'll give it a few days or whatever. And so I was so in a rut financially as well. Like, we literally were living with my parents that I didn't even buy my own products. Like, my mom, she paid for my products, and that's a whole nother side to my story that I'll have to share about. But, whenever my products came in, I started taking them, just, you know, the pink drink and the probiotic and the BioCleanse. And of course, like day 1 and day 2, I drank the drink and did the things, and I was like, this stuff isn't working, like, I need relief now, you know? And sure enough, I drank the drink and took the things day 3, and the morning of day 4, I woke up, and I was like, I feel good. I have energy. I literally hopped out of bed. I haven't done that since before kids, and I just was like, okay, this is I didn't say it was Plexus. I did not say it was Plexus, you guys, but I was like, I literally had prayed for so many nights, like, for God to heal me, whatever was wrong with me, like, heal me. So I was like, God, okay, you healed me, thank you, you know. You know, I was like, God, whatever, if that was you, if that was Plexus, whatever that was, like, please let that happen again, because I felt so good that day. I literally was happy. I had energy. I cleaned the house. I played with my children, and I like just wanted to like hold on to that day. I remember it like clearly. And I went to bed that night, and I'm like, God, please, whatever happened, like, please let that happen again. Please, if it was Plexus, if you just like, whatever was wrong with me, if you like, please let me wake up like that. And I did, you know, day 5 and day 6 and day 7 and day 8. And I was in such like the opposite side of life that I am now, that's why it has been such a fruitful like business for me is because I feel like I can't not share it with people. I feel like I'm doing the world a disservice if I don't share how it changed my life, because it completely did a 180 for me. And I know it's funny that my testimony, like you'll see it posted up everywhere, is weight loss, but that's so secondary to what it did for my life that it kind of makes me giggle just because it's a visual. It's like, how do you give a visual of somebody who is depressed, you know? I mean, I guess you can see the happiness in my face now in comparison to before, but gosh, you know, losing 80 pounds is great. It's fantastic. Doing some of the things I've been able to do and the physical goals I've been able to reach is awesome. Don't get me wrong. But being free from depression and anxiety and stress, like they say stress is like the #1 killer. I'm not even joking. Like my hair will fall out in clumps if I'm ever stressed out. Like my hair's not thick enough to do that. But that will change your life. Like unless you've like been like separate from depression and like severe anxiety, it's kind of hard to like wrap your brain around it, but it's so crazy. It's so crazy. And so you can see how I've been able to be successful with my company because of being a product of the product. I continue to stay consistent with the product. I continue to just learn how to be healthier and listen to my body. And this stuff works. This stuff, it heals you guys. It heals your body, and your mind, your brain, and your gut and your immune system are all directly correlated. And that's what it does. And that's why it makes such a huge impact. Your blood sugar and your hormones, they're all directly related with each other. So if you heal one, you're healing the other. And that's why so many incredible testimonies come out of taking Plexus. So that's really my testimony. It's pretty long, but it was really something I've been really wanting to do. So I hope you guys like it and are encouraged by it. And if you ever even have just like a little tiny bit of curiosity in you about any of it, like I'm not gonna try and sell you on it. I'm not gonna try and push anything on you, but just I'll inform you about what it is. I'll give you the details, you know. I believe 1,000,000% that the products sell themselves, and I believe that I just believe it because I know it. There's not a person on the planet who can't benefit from Plexus products. So reach out. Don't be a stranger. I'm not scary. I'm just a mom with 3 kids and one quiet night for the first time since I can remember. So I thought I'd record this. So yeah, reach out and we can talk and I won't bug you. So hope y'all have a great night. Bye.